Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette, and today we're going to take these sweet little buttons and we're going to make earrings out of them. Now all you need for this project is the two little buttons, and if you want to make these bigger earrings you can use bigger buttons, but I have these little heart buttons. We have the craft wire 20 gauge. I've got wire cutters, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers. And today, even though I can make these for me, I am making them for this little girl for the Virtual Blythe Retreat that my sister Tammy, Pally of Peacecraft Dolls, and I host each year. So let's get to making these things for either you or your doll. If y'all are watching this during the Virtual Blythe Retreat, some of you may already have a kit that came in the goodie bag, or you may have ordered a kit off of my Tappingflamingobling Etsy shop. And in that kit are the buttons, there they are. And there's also things in there to make a wrap bracelet for your doll, and a zipper pull, and a stitch marker. Now, in addition to the buttons, of course, you're going to need some ear wires. I'm using these kind of ear wires for this particular project, but I know some of you may have gotten the kit, and there will be, some of you will have wires like this, and some of you will have wires like this. I'll explain to you how to put them on both here in a little bit. Let's just set those aside. I've also got a ruler out so I can measure how much wire I need. And we're going to need probably about 6 inches, 5.5. I'll do 5.5. And you're going to need that twice. Got 2 ears, so you need to have 2 pieces of wire the same size. So let me cut this real quick off camera. All right, so I've got all my supplies. I don't need my ruler anymore. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your button and you're going to thread your wire in one of the holes. And I don't go all the way to the middle because this one I'm going to use for wiring. I'm going to draw it up, and then I'm going to I'm going to wrap it around the back and put it in the other hole. And they're not even, but that's okay because we're going to do some trimming here, and we don't need all that wire. But I wanted to make sure I had enough for weaving, okay? So now when you're to this point, you're just going to cross over your 2 wires, and you're just going to start twisting. So you get to the end. This is where you need your wire cutters. You're going to trim that off. And I'm going to do the other earring because I want to make sure that these are the same size on both earrings. So take that, draw it up, wrap it around, put it in the other hole. Tighten it. That one wasn't tight, so I kind of had to finagle it. One thing about this wire, it's easy to work with. So, all right, now we're going to twist the 2 wires to make 1 wire. And then I'm going to take these 2, and like I said, I want them to be even. Okay, so you have these 2 All right, so I've got my round nose pliers. This is where my ear wires come in handy. And I'm just going to wrap a loop. I want to make sure I have enough down here for the wrap. Let me show you. This is what we're going to do, okay? So depending on how much of a wrap you want determines how big of an area you're going to leave. So you just wrap that around your pliers and go around. And I think I'm going to clip this, trim this up a little bit before I tuck it in. And whenever you do trim, make sure that you're either wearing safety glasses or you put your hand over that wire tends to fly, and it could fly in your eye or somebody that's in the same room. All right, so once you've got everything tucked in and you've got this, you need to look at your ear wire. Most of the loops go in this direction, but some of them go in the opposite direction. So depending on which ear wire you're going to use determines which direction you want your loop, and just gently, carefully twist it like that. If you're going to use these, all you have to do, you can either put them through here. That's a big enough loop. If the loop's not big enough, you can feed them like that, and then you just squeeze. You can squeeze with your thumb or your pliers. And there you go. You have a pair of earrings. Now, if you wanted to hang them on this, you just take your pliers and you carefully open it up like so. Oh, I didn't do this yet. And then you put it on there and then you close it back. I didn't have them both done. Let me trim that off. Make sure she's tucked in there. We don't want any doll getting scratched. Or if you're wearing these, you don't want to be scratched. I know I don't like getting scratched up. All right. Feel around. I don't feel any scratchies. All right. Let me show you how to do this. Just hang them on like that. And you close them up. So that's the two different ear wires. Put them down here so you can see the two different ear wires. Which ear wires do you like the best? I've been flip-flopping back and forth. These are super, super easy to make. And I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take this one apart and I'm going to hang them on those type wires. I think for the dolls, I like those wires. I don't know why. But if I was wearing these, I think I like these wires better. And there we go. Earrings all done. Thanks for joining us, and y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette along with Dustin and Ziona signing out for now. Bye-bye.